what does that disgusting display of somebody like Viktor Orban on domestic U.S. soil telling you about the state of the GOP?
What you are seeing, Katie, is the Republican Party wrap their arms around autocratic white nationalist ideals and cementing that as the platform of their party going forward. Make no mistake about it right now. There is no divorcing the Republican Party from racism. Every single candidate that is on the ballot with an R next to their name in November, you own this. Your refusal to speak out against it, your participation in it, the fact that you cater and pander to the audience that is at CPAC, that is cheering on these very dangerous and disgusting ideals, you own this. It would not be hard for any member of the Republican Party to denounce what we're hearing right now. Things that are repulsive, repugnant, have no place in the 21st century, yet they're not going to do that. They're going to hide. They're going to embrace. They're going to high five. They're going to cheer it on, because to them, the white America that we're hearing these speakers talk about is exactly what they want to do to this country. They're not trying to hide it. I mean, they basically have taken off their hoods and just exposed themselves for what they are.
You know, Kurt, notably, we're not hearing from the, quote, establishment Republicans, people like Mitch McConnell, right? They're not condemning what happens at CPAC. I want to show you also this video of a man pretending to be a jailed January 6th rioter. I mean, where does something like this fit into the right wing's attempt to basically rewrite January 6th and the insurrection?
I mean, it is the prelude to more violence, Katie. These are people who have gone out of their way to somehow lift up, elevate, and make martyr status people who committed a domestic terrorist act, people who attacked our Capitol, who attacked law enforcement. Congressman Eric Swalwell is very fond of the saying, you can't be pro-cop and pro-coup at the same time. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. And the end result of all of this is going to be more violence. They are institutionalizing violence. They are justifying it, making it okay, giving excuses to this audience. You heard Ted Cruz right there say that they are radicals. That law enforcement and entities like the FBI are right to be concerned about what these people do, because we learned after January 6th, Katie, that it's not just empty rhetoric. It's not just word. It's not just performative. They are willing to rise up and use violent means to overturn a free and fair country. And that is a very terrifying aspect. And the fact that people, the so-called establishment, doesn't say, listen, this is the establishment now. There is no hiding from that. This is the establishment of the Republican Party, wannabe autocrat white nationalists.
So quickly, Kurt, before I have to let you go, I want to quickly listen to some more of that wild rhetoric that's been going around at CPAC. Let's take a quick listen.
It's like Lincoln said, we're not going to be destroyed from foreign forces coming on in.
The militant left in America are the modern-day version of book burners. Woke government-run healthcare, woke government-run media, woke government-run everything.
Kurt, do these people go to CPAC, espouse this type of rhetoric, and then turn around and go home to people who look like you and me, right? They're minority friends, and pretend like none of this actually happened?
Yeah, I mean, that's the irony of it all, right? They still want to suggest and pander and try to get votes from communities of color. They want to get votes from women despite taking away all of their rights. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And I think that what we're seeing right now is an awakening by this country that, hey, that's not going to fly anymore. You can't have both sides of this, and there aren't really both sides anymore. Republicans and Democrats aren't two sides of the same coin of democracy. One side is trying to hijack the other and take everything away that we hold dear, and we have got to stop them.
Well, it's terrifying that the outliers that we used to look at, the QAnons, the extremists, the white nationalists, they've now become the mainstream. Kurt Bardella, thank you so much for being here and for your insight. I appreciate it.